everybody. So whatever Jesus had been doing for those 30 years, he was pleasing to the Father. And he told everybody about it. Guess what? The God that we serve is saying the same thing about you. You are his beloved child. And he wants to be pleased with you. Not just being the greatest skateboarder or whatever they're doing, but he wants all of these things to work together for good. Amen? And so you got to make sure that you're doing that. I'm glad you gave me that envelope. Thank you very much. Kingston, you got your eye on it? Let me see it. All right, I can trust you with it then. You got it. All right. So we need to make sure that if what Jesus has promoted, what if Jesus had promoted his carpentry business? What if he decided, I'm going to open up another shop on the other side of Nazareth? I need to do a job application right now or post something. I want somebody that can work a saw. I need somebody that can get in there and they can be a self-motivated worker. I don't have to show them what to do. Do I have somebody like that? Oh, come on up. Now, I'm pretending to be Jesus now. On my side of town, we got a lot of chairs going on, but we need a lot of lumber set up on that side of town so when I get ready to do my thing, you got what you're doing. So you got it? All right, go ahead and grab your tools. Y'all know this is a setup, right? But I'm trying to show you something. What if Jesus had promoted his own business? Now, you know, he being muscular and strong, he could have opened up his own gym. He could have had it going on. He could have had people doing all kinds of stuff and making money. He could have been sitting back rich and fat and relaxed. But Jesus, even though everything he put his hands to do would prosper, he didn't do that because that was not his mission. That was not the call that God wanted him to do. Now, what if this was Jesus trying to preach on the Mount? Let's say we're in Matthew chapter 5, where you have the Beatitudes, and he's sitting out there, and do your thing, David. Did y'all get that? Y'all couldn't hear it? Let me try it again. Y'all got it that time, right? Y'all know what my mission is. Okay, I'm going to take this off right now. Thank you. If I can get it off. There we go. All right, so if Jesus had done that thing, talking about he was a carpenter and he promoted himself, you would never hear the gospel because everything about carpentry would be there and it'd be so loud, you can't hear anything else. And that's what it is with these people that are doing these things up here. If that's what people are calling you and saying, man, this guy sure can run, they've missed the gospel because you haven't been able to present the gospel because all they can see is you can run fast, you can catch the ball, you can dive, you can swim. That's good. That's part of who God called you so you can be that flower bringing them in. But when you get them in there, tell them about Jesus. Don't waste the opportunity. Time is short. The Lord may come back even today for some people. You may not get the chance to go to the rapture. It may be your moment now. Who knows? You may need to tell that one person at school about it today because maybe your time is over. We don't know. But I tell you what, if you know the Lord, it's not going to be a sad day. It's going to be a joyous occasion where you meet the Lord. So it's not a scary thing. It's a wonderful thing. And so Jesus knew the mission. He knew who he was. He knew that God had planned his life, and he was boldly stepping up to the plate. He didn't go back. He didn't be afraid of doing that thing. Now, I'll talk about Apostle Paul. Did you know he was a tent maker? Some of y'all may have missed it because it's such an obscure little verse that talks about it in Acts 18, and it talks about him being a tent maker. But what's the big deal about being a tent maker? Paul never made it a big deal. Unless you look really hard, you will never know that he was a manufacturer of tents. So why is this important? I want to ask you that question. Say it with me. Why is it important? I'm glad you asked that question. Paul was not trying to make a name for himself as Paul the tent maker. He wasn't doing that. Paul was not trying to be popular. Paul was not allowing peer pressure to influence him about what he knew he must do. Did you know when he was on the road to Damascus, he got knocked down, but he wasn't by himself? There were other people with him. He had a whole entourage. What's the entourage with? What do you bring an entourage for? In case something break out, they can be taking your back, right? They got your back. But this entourage, they heard the voice, they saw the light, but they didn't see Jesus. Paul saw Jesus, and so Paul was convinced and convicted that he had to change. These men had papers in their hands. They were given the papers so that they could go and arrest Christians and bring them back to Jerusalem, and some of them were probably going to be killed, but Jesus met them. He said, it's hard for you to kick against the prick. Y'all remember that verse? All right, but the whole point is, Paul didn't let those friends around him, wait, I thought you were going to go get some Christians. I'm ready to get some. Let's do it. No, he didn't allow that to happen because Paul was strong enough to turn them from what his mission was to do what God had now changed him to do. He influenced his entourage. And so none of them were able to change him. Y'all get that? That's what I'm saying. When people are around you, when people are coming to you, God is drawing them to you. Yes, you're going to be that person that they want to talk to, but it's not just because of you. It's because of him on the inside that he's bringing them to you. Y'all got that, young people? All right, I just really want to make that point today. It's very important that we know that Paul wasn't there just to do that. In fact, I should read that. Let's go into Acts chapter 26. He's talking to a king and telling him about the episode that happened in. And so we're going to see, I believe it's Agrippa that he was talking to. You got it? Acts 26, let's look at verses 13 through 19. And at noon, O king, I saw on the way a light from the sky, brighter than the sun, shining around me and those who traveled with me. Remember, we're trying to answer the question, why? Why did that happen? Verse 14, and we had fallen to the earth, I heard a voice saying unto me in Hebrew language, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? For it is hard for you to kiss against the goads. Remember, his name was Saul. He completely changed. God changed his name. I said, who are you, Lord? He said, I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Wait, I thought he was bothering the Christians. If he's bothering the Christians, guess who's inside of the Christians? Jesus is. And so you're bothering Jesus. You're bothering the whole mission that they have. That may make you think differently how you treat your brother or your sister. But arise and stand on your feet, for I have appeared to you for this purpose. Now, here's the answer to the why question. He gives you two answers. To appoint you a servant and a witness, both of the things which you have seen. So these are the things that you have gone through. Why are you doing these track meets? Why are you the chess champion and all these things? Why have you gone through these things? Because he said, to appoint you a servant and a witness, both of the things that you have seen and of the things which I will reveal to you. So some things you haven't gone through yet, but he's going to show you. Delivering you from the people, that's that entourage, and from the Gentiles to whom I send you. So he's going to be sending you to some people you don't even know. But God is going to use you if you're willing to go and willing to say what he's saying. Here's the second part of that answer, the why question, verse 18. To open their eyes, those friends that come around you, to open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to what? To light. And from the power of Satan to what? To God. That they may receive remissions of sins. That's the whole point of being saved. So that you can help somebody else to be saved. And an inheritance among those who are sanctified by faith in me. That's Jesus talking. He gave Paul the answer. Why am I knocked off the horse or whatever he was riding on? Maybe he was just walking and fell down. Why did that happen? Because God needed people to be saved, and they needed Paul, his witness, to do it. Y'all see that? That's why you're that person. You shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be the mystery spy person, and they don't know who you are. People got to look at you, and they got to use their detective skills to go, I don't really know what I'm seeing, but all I'm seeing is the outward stuff. They need to see the inside stuff. They need to see what God has placed deep inside of you. And you know what? It is not even that hard. All you have to do is allow Christ to be seen. Now, some people may say, well, I want all my friends to know if you're ashamed before him, when he comes back, he's going to be ashamed before his Father with you. He's not going to present you before his Father. Please don't be ashamed of God. I could run a bunch of scriptures on that, but I'm going to let you do that. That's your homework for tonight. Homework. And so he told King Agrippa in verse 19, therefore, King Agrippa, I was not disobedient to the heavenly vision. So Paul answered those questions. He didn't boast in anything that he could do. He counted it all rubbish. Paul was a master in the word. He was a Pharisee. He was like, if you have a doctorate degree, he had that in religious studies, if you want to call it like that. However, he counted it all dung. He said, I'm ready to take that stuff to the dump. God has given each one of us a lifetime of experiences and some things that he will continue to show us, specific things that we are to share and witness before our family, before our neighbors, before our friends. Why? So that they can too be saved. But we can't be scared to do it. Please don't be scared. I already said that twice. This is for somebody, maybe in that corner. All right? So I need you to listen to that. My advice for you today is don't become a secret agent surrounding yourself with all the identities you can expect for the one God he's created and put into you. He may have made you super athletic. He may have made you super brilliant. You may be able to quote half the dictionary. But what's the purpose if it's not for him? What's the whole point of getting all these accolades and everybody's saying, man, this dude is smart? For what? If it's all for nothing at the end when he says, what did you do with it? Lord, I was scared. He's not going to have that. That's not going to be an excuse. He's not going to listen to the people going, it's too late, man. Come on, do what God called you to do. And so I think everybody needs some theme music. Your theme music should not sound like, I know Elder Kenny, I know you like, what's that, James Bond. Your theme music shouldn't be a spy movie. Your theme music should be something uplifting and glorifying and giving God the glory and the praise so that when people see you coming, they're like, here comes somebody that can pray with me. Here comes somebody that's got some answers for me. They need answers. They don't need spy music. Spy music is good. I like it. Ding, 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 ding. That's cool. But that's not going to help somebody to get saved. I'm sorry, Elder Kenny. Y'all know now. All right, so detectives look for clues to see what is the truth. So what are people detecting in you? Are they going to find Christ? Are they going to really search and look? Do we show God so obviously on the outside that they don't need detective skills to see it? Now, I'm not saying be over the top and smack them with the Bible on top of their head, because that's going to make a lot of people run away too. All right, but we should let our life present it in a way that they know exactly who we stand for. We stand for the truth. We stand for Christ. And so there are all types of fun activities that we can be doing, and God has specifically designed them just for you. Who's the fastest runner in here? Okay, I see some hands. I see you, Brica. I see you back there. I see you, Kingston. I saw that. Who wants to be a doctor in here? Who is a doctor in here? Who wants to be a lawyer? Who wants to be the dentist? We need them. I went to one 2 weeks ago. Who is that person that can catch that ball, keeping your both feet in before you go out? That's necessary. But that's not all who you are. All right, so what am I supposed to do? You may ask that question. Look in that mirror again. What am I supposed to do?